Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Edwin, the Pretty Green Vinyl Guy, and today I have a vinyl finds video. I guess this is for the second quarter of 2025, as we're now in June. And I wanted to show a couple of things I picked up at on a business trip to Miami recently, and also down in Victoria, just south of where I live. So I was in Miami, and I did have a chance to explore one record store. I didn't have a lot of time, and that was Sweat Records. They're obviously making fun of how freaking hot it is in Miami, but this was a pretty cool shop. It's in the Haitian neighborhood, just heading north outside of the downtown city center. I cycled one of those like city bikes up there, and it was funny when I got there. The lady's like, "Bring it inside the shop, it'll get stolen if you leave it outside." I was like, okay. Anyway, so I asked her, I want to get some Cuban-inspired Latin music. Pardon me. What do you recommend? And the first thing that she sort of pushed me in the direction was this album, which I've never seen before. This is music that inspired the Buena Vista Social Club. So we all know this fabulous album that Ry Cooder did with many of these amazing Cuban singers and musicians. Well, this is more the original music and the same sort of lineup of people plus many others that weren't featured on the original. Like this Ruben Gonzalez and Company, Sogino, Ibrahim Ferrer. I'm butchering these names. I have no Spanish blood in me whatsoever, and I apologize to any Latin people out there that are laughing their asses off right now, but I'm Irish, I'm not Latin. But anyway, so Celia Cruz, so a lot of the players, but this is the original music minus Ry Cooder. And, these are all from sort of the early 50s, let's say mid to early 50s, with some great Cuban photography. And I've played this through once. It's just great music, love the artwork. And I was very happy to get that. The second album she steered me to was this Ziembra. Is that how you say it? Ziembra. Again, I apologize. This is Willie Colon and Ruben Blades. I have a Ruben Blades jazz album, I think. And I do have a Willie Colon that I got on Record Store Day a couple of years ago, which is brilliant. So this is apparently one of the quintessential albums to have in the sort of Latin music genre, I guess. This was an album that originally came out, I'm going to say in the 70s. I didn't do my homework. Hold on, here's the hype sticker. The 1978 album that set the salsa world on fire includes Ruben Blades' masterpiece, Pedro Navaja, plus rousing hits like Buscando Guiaba and Plastico. Inducted into the Latin Grammy Hall of Fame, first reissue with all analog mastering from the original master tapes by Phil Rodriguez at Elysian Masters. So totally a blind buy for me. Didn't know anything about it. I've played it through once. It's freaking awesome. Really love it. And just love that I've been able to expand my musical horizons from classic rock, Britpop, and the Beatles. And the third album she recommended me was Celia Cruz, who does feature on the Buena Vista Social Club. She's the queen of Latin music, as we may or may not know. What was interesting about this album, why she told me to get this, is she said, you'll never get this anywhere else. Because this was an album that was pressed, was pressed in LA, but the story that I was told at the record store was that they found a couple of cases of this album in a warehouse in Miami. And they divvied them up across the local music shops, and here you have it. So this was a sealed record. This is on Profono, It was made in New York. I think recorded in New York, distributed and manufactured in Los Angeles. Nothing fancy about the label, just a nice black and white label. Brand new vinyl. So this was from 1983. Ended up in a warehouse. They found them in the warehouse, and they've been reselling them through Miami. So to find a seal copy is pretty awesome. And I think it's just like her 14 greatest hits. It's kind of a greatest hits thing. And but yeah, it's really good. I did recognize a couple of songs. And yeah, there you have it. The last record I picked up in that store was just something I saw. I thought, oh, this will be kind of fun to have for summer to play, out and about. And it's Red Red Wine, UB40, The Collection. And this is basically a greatest hits of the band UB40. Of course, it has Red Red Wine on it. But it does have some of their very early songs, which I don't have on vinyl. And it also has I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, which I want to say was only a single. So anyway, totally happy to have that fun for the summer. Now, yesterday, funny enough, I was working down in Victoria, just south of me, and I went on a lunch break. I had 10 minutes. I ran into the music shop Ditch Records and picked up 2 records. This was kind of like I guess a bit of a nostalgic buy. This was used. It's a new release. When was this released? Doesn't say, but I know it's within the last little bit. Get a poster of the boys looking a little old there, boys. And yeah, greatest hits, Aerosmith. This was an alternative cover, apparently. And this is number 356 out of 3,700. 2023, this came out. So this was in the used bin for like $30. It's a double album. And yeah, every now and again, I get a little soft spot for Aerosmith. And then the one I really wanted to pick up that I saw had been released last week was the Pet Shop Boys discography. This is the complete singles collection ranging from 1985 to 1991. And I'm actually going to open this. Do a little unboxing video for you. So let's slide this off. So my wife and I actually saw the Pet Shop Boys. She's the bigger fan, I must admit. We saw New Order and the Pet Shop Boys 2 years ago in Vancouver. And, I gotta say the performance was just excellent. And, I kind of went for New Order. My wife went for Pet Shop Boys. And, the Chris Tennant, the singer, he's a very underrated singer. He is fantastic live. And this comes on this beautiful blue transparent vinyl. Nicely packaged, no plastic inners, so I will have to add them. And, this has got every Pet Shop Boys song you're ever going to want to have on. Everything from West End Girls to Opportunities, Suburbia, It's a Sin, Always on My Mind, Domino Dancing, Where the Streets Have No Name, I Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. So it's totally going to be a fun listen. Maybe get us out for a little dance in the basement. And there you go. Those are my record pickups, final pickups for the second quarter of 2025.